bubble child. Let's get into this Real Housewives of New Jersey tea. Where there, the finale happened. We're gonna get the watch party this coming Sunday. And they said that what they're calling a non-traditional reunion. Where they said that it's gonna be two parts. And then after that, what's gonna happen is they're gonna go on a hiatus, and we're not going to see the Real Housewives of New Jersey possibly until 2025 when they start filming the next season. So they said there are not going to be any decisions about what will or won't happen with the show until early next year. This is what a source told the Daily Mail. Filming will likely not resume until 2025. They said there is not going to be any more filming of Real Housewives of New Jersey for the remainder of the year. There's nothing planned. It's on ice. The current cast, which includes Teresa Giudice, who's on vacation, by the way. I believe she was in Mykonos, Greece, and I think she's in Spain, Puerto Rico. She's in one of those places. Because, her and Louis, and I'm showing her dime, because the word on the street is Louis out here doing white collar criminal things. That's the rumor out on the street. So the fans, y'all need to fan out and start digging because stuff is coming out about him. And I know she out here windmilling, trying to deflect, and they're saying that she losing a lot of weight, and they're trying to say it's because she's on the Ozempic, but it could be stress. And then, child, I saw the recent pictures. Daily Mail, y'all are shady. They posted pictures of her without all the touch-ups she's been doing on her photos. She needs to just hire a professional, just like you was out here hiring PIs and stuff to dig up dirt on your co-stars. And that tea came out about Jen Aiden, where she was out here trying to look up tea on Danielle Cabral and why she doesn't get along with her brother and those other stuff. I seen them leaked texts that's been popping up. So they've been all talking to bloggers and doing all kinds of shady stuff. She just got caught and been out here saying they all do it. I was like, but yeah, we haven't heard people do it. I haven't heard Melissa out here allegedly talking to bloggers and stuff. Like she at one point would go on her podcast and talk about things, which at some point, Bravo was like, okay, y'all need to stop talking on these podcasts. Y'all need to stop spilling show tea, which I'm like, I don't find nothing wrong with it. If I was on a reality show and I had my own platform where I could tell my side of the story and be like, okay, now here's what, in this episode, we do watch parties. This is what happened. This was the part, they didn't show this in the show. This was edited out. This is what I said. And why can't we have that on the show? Because the fans would want to tune in and just be able to do it. Just like Candy had Speak on it. She would tell like what was going on with the show in that context. So as I was saying before, the cast includes, because I went on this whole thing about Teresa, and I only got to her. Teresa, Jen Aiden, Dolores Catania, Melissa Gorga, Margaret Josephs, Danielle Cabral, and Rachel Fuda, as well as friends Jackie Goldschneider and Jen Fessler, is extremely divided and has been accused of instigating toxicity on social media. And that's what it was coming down to. So it was the toxicity on social media. It was a show within a show. They were having people spilling tea to certain bloggers. You had Melissa O. Knows that was on David Yontef podcast, spilling all kinds of tea, saying that the shenanigans Teresa and them been doing behind the scenes with leaking information to the show, giving people copies of the screener that they could watch so that way they'd be privy to things that was going on the show that they could talk about. Like, how are we watching a show and they already knew that Danielle smacked Jen with a cup? How they know about that? Somebody was out here spilling tea, apparently, leaking things to the blogs. And so now they already got stories before the episode even aired, because we already heard about it while they was filming. I talked about it on this show. They even said viewership also hit a new series low this season, which was filmed between August and October of 2023. Now, while Andy Cohen recently said viewers will see all fresh faces on the show upon its eventual return, Daily Mail Insider said the cast for the new season is not going to be decided anytime soon. Casting is not something Bravo is rushing into. It's not even going to start to take form until next year. However, a source noted there are some cast members that are less likely to come back than others based on certain events that have unfolded this past season, but for 2 or 3 cast members, it could be over for good. Now, in regards to that, because I remember I saw a video where Countess Luann basically was asked by TMZ what does she think they should do? Because remember, she was a part of the RHONJ cast. That would be Real Housewives of New York. If you don't know RHONJ, sometimes we got to explain things. And they decided not to bring the OG girls back. They gave them the ultimate girls trip thing, and then they decided to reboot New York, which, in my opinion, was a bad idea. I watched a couple of episodes of RHONJ, the reboot. It was boring. I didn't like what they were doing. They still going along with the reboot. Season 2, adding new people. No, what y'all need to do is bring some of the OG girls and mix it in. And I feel like that's, and she said that's what they should do. For New Jersey, not gut it completely, keep some of the girls, but get rid of some. And no shade, I feel like it's time. Jen Aiden got to go. I think Quiet as It's Kept, she is leaving. I don't think she's coming back for another season. Teresa also needs to go because Teresa sits up in here and thinks that she is the queen of Bravo. She is the queen of the housewives. But then again, like I said, they created that monster. The minute y'all was out, oh, we're going to pause the show until she gets out of jail, because I wanted that moment of getting her coming out of the jail. Like, remember when Whitney went to go meet Bobby at the jail? She done jumped up in his arms and wrapped her legs around him like she ain't, like she was missing that good. You a good man, Savannah. He a good man. Speaking of which, she plays Savannah in Waiting to Exhale. So might as well use that analogy. And but I think Teresa gotta go because Teresa's taking it too far. The things that she's doing behind the scenes, her lawyer getting involved, and I live for the finale where she with Margaret checkmated her ass with them damn flowers. Checkmated her and the attorney. Because they doing sinister shit behind the scenes. And when y'all start doing this little shady mess, where y'all trying to create narratives and the show within the show and trying to come up with ways to try to get at people because you didn't like the fact that Margaret has put attention on Louis, because allegedly he's doing some sinister stuff in how he does his business, allegedly. And then y'all hiring private investigators to dig up stuff on any of the cast members that go against what you're doing. And because you hate Margaret so much and you hate your sister-in-law, you ain't never liked the sister-in-law because she ain't never wanted Joe Gorga to be happy. She wants to be the one that has the show. She wants to be the only one in the relationship. She wants to be the only one that has everything, the white picket fence, all this other stuff, but doesn't want anybody else to have anything. She's vindictive in that way. And we've seen that play out for over the years we watched the show. But we've never seen any of the other people that have done that. I'm sure Margaret has spoken to blogs, but she ain't get caught, as far as I can think of. I don't understand how Jackie Goldschneider and her also think as thieves when Teresa said some real vile stuff against her. But I guess because Jackie needs to film with somebody, she wants to be on the show. She needs a check. So they all gonna conspire with each other. They all gonna pretend like they the best of friends. But I see through the mess. Oh, and then and this was the cackle for me. I don't know how nobody picked this up. So you needed to follow Jackie because y'all besties all of a sudden. You decided to follow her on camera, on Instagram. Oh, I'm gonna like her page again. I'm gonna like some of her pictures. Oh no, not that one. How nobody don't catch the little things? Y'all get so caught up in the other stuff. Y'all don't be catching the little petty shit. I catch everything. And then Jen doing her messiness. And then I'm hearing the word, allegedly, Teresa was the one, and they tried to throw it off on Margaret because they tried to do everything, throw it on her. Teresa was the one that revealed that Dolores, Black Dolores, as Wendy Williams would call her tea about her cheating on the doctor came from Teresa and the lawyer. So how you friends with her? How you protecting her? I forget the person in the comments that they said that maybe Teresa, I mean not Teresa, that I guess somebody that Teresa and Louis and them is associated with. That's who that's who Dolores and them got to worry about. But like I said, if Melissa Gorga, and I'm not necessarily team anybody. I'm just looking as an outsider looking in, watching all this mess unfold. And clearly the fans are pissed off and irritated and over it. But you got your people that are the tree huggers. They're going to believe what y'all going to believe regardless. I had somebody come for me on Twitter telling me I'm another blogger that's a Teresa hater. Bitch, you don't know me enough to call me a hater of anybody. I don't hate nobody. Hate your mama. That's what you need to hate. Hate yourself. I don't hate people. I call things as I fucking see it on my show that I can do because I have a blog and I have a show that I put together. Focus on your own shit. How about that? So people gonna sit up here and talk about I'm a Teresa hater. I'm not a Teresa hater. You could like who you like. You could dislike who you dislike. I'm talking about what I'm seeing unfold on this show and all the other things I'm hearing outside of the show. Paying attention. I have one friend, Albie. Shout out to him that be doing posts on his Twitter going in on the whole housewives thing. And he gets a lot of comments and followers and views and all this other stuff from his show. From his stuff. on reporting over the show. But I feel like at this point, yes, it is time to revamp this thing. I said, you know what? Since it don't seem like to me, based off of production, the way they edit the show and put the show together, that Melissa is the problem. How is it that Melissa got more people filming with her than Teresa does? I just feel like, honestly, there's a lot of them on here that y'all, it's sick to me. Like, if y'all don't like each other, I'm not filming with you. I'm not doing a show with you. I don't care how much money is being thrown. But then again, I guess when you like the fame, you like the attention, you like being on camera, you get a good check being on a show, you're going to tolerate being cool with each other, knowing full on well the ultimate betrayal that people have conducted against you being on this show. Make it make sense. I can't sit up in there and pretend I'm your bestie and you doing shady shit behind the scene. And I did find it funny that even Jen is well aware that her relationship with Teresa is one side. I wish you would have had my back in that situation where you want me to not speak and be friends with people that you don't get along with. But then when I wanted you to not be friends, when I wanted the same respect, when it came to Danielle, because she assaulted me, but you pushed her first, you got on her face and you pushed her. Now, if you push me, bitch, you are getting smacked. I don't give a fuck who it is. I know that you're not supposed to put hands on people when you do these shows, but when you push me physically, you can say whatever the hell you want to say. The minute you touch me, bitch, it's over. I'm blacking out. I'm turning into Drita Devanto. And you getting mollywopped. No shade. It's just the way it is. And you getting fucked up. So Jen gonna act like she shot. She hit me. She put a hand on, and that you shouldn't have pushed me. Nuck if you buck is what I say. So Teresa didn't reciprocate. She said, "Oh, I'm friends with the both of them." But that, I'm like, we've seen this happen with the other girls. When they do it to you, they're friends with the both of them. So, but they gotta show their loyalty to you, but you not doing the same, which goes to show the type of character she is. Her friendships are one sided. You're with her or you're not. You can't be friends with them if I'm not friends with them. That's pettiness. That's childish. Girl, you're too old for that. You in your 50s acting like you're 12 with the immaturity. And that's why I don't particularly care for Teresa, because she's so damn immature. But like I said, with the other girls of the show, we haven't really seen that. And then Jen just being her minion, just doing whatever. We're just going to hurt you in the end of doing the show. And I feel like if they do keep Dolores, because I feel like Dolores is only being friends with Teresa out of loyalty because she want to keep a check. But if they do keep Dolores, you're gonna be like, you can be like, deuces, like you don't need Teresa no more. Now you can be finally your authentic self and cut ties with her. Because I feel like you only on the show because she has that pull. But I feel like at this point, Andy mad, like it's beyond, friendship and stuff with him. And this is why I said his problem is he too damn friendly with them damn women over there. And when you be too friendly with them people, instead of remembering those are your coworkers and you're their boss. They're your employees. You should not be cool with them in a way where they got your number. Y'all could be kikiing and text and all that other stuff. And then you sit up there like y'all besties. No, we're business this is a business. That's why as much shade as y'all be throwing RuPaul, I love the fact that he keep y'all, them queens, at a distance. Yeah, he is drag mother number one. But when it comes to a show, we're filming. Like whatever, like I believe what Pearl said. It ain't fact if it ain't on camera. It don't mean nothing if it's on camera. If you feel like that's a cold way of doing it, no, that's a way of me protecting myself. Because I'm not getting close enough to y'all that y'all thinking that you're going to get favored. That there's favoritism. And he gives that with a lot of those girls. And I feel like to wrap this up, because, when it comes to talking about Jersey, all that stuff, all the things that happen so the season comes out. And I be having like a million thoughts and my brain just be going 5,000 miles a minute. So to judge all this up and whatever, I feel like he's got to make an example out of Teresa and Jen. And Teresa out here doing whatever the case is. If he does not chop them for the way they've been doing this show and creating narratives and fake storylines and digging up, information on people to try to checkmate them, but then Teresa's so damn slow, or as Wendy Williams would say, less than smart, that she got checkmated by Margaret. I said Margaret is the MVP of RHONJ. Don't mess with her, because she'll come back with the ultimate slam dunk. But if it comes down to it, if he does not discipline them for the way they've done these shows, first of all, you should have took a damn pause after last season, because I feel like this season is an extension of last season. It feel like nothing got resolved. Yeah, y'all had people filming separately, but it feel like we regurgitated the same drama that we've seen for the past couple of seasons. So it comes to a point where it's time to chop, sashay some of these girls away And what needs to happen is he's got to make an example, because if he don't make an example, then people gonna be side-eyeing him and be like, oh, so it's okay for them to do what they be doing on this show, but y'all didn't hesitate to fire Kenya. Not saying that what she did was right, but y'all didn't hesitate to fire Kenya over at Atlanta for the RP of one of the cast members, Brittany Ely or Edie, whatever what her last name is. So if y'all gonna be doing that, letting these white women get away with stuff, you know they're gonna pull the race card and say, oh, but you let these white girls, y'all be up in here doing scenes out of Mob Wives and baddies. But when it comes to us, y'all want to set different limits of what is okay and what's not okay. But y'all let them get away with it over there. Don't get me wrong. Jen Aiden deserved that smackation because she put hands on her. But if y'all allowing all this shenanigans to happen with these white ladies over in Jersey, but then y'all going heavily discipline the black girls when they do just the bare minimum or the litters of things, like RP on a show is just as bad than the physical, and then digging up dirt on people and using bloggers to do your dirty work and all that other stuff. If y'all don't set this discipline, then we're gonna be looking at Bravo with the side eye in regards to, oh, y'all letting these ladies over there get away with murder, but then y'all want to come for Kenya and all these other ones for the littlest of things. You need to bring Nene back. Because that's what we'll say at this point. Bring Nene back. But I guess because she accused the white people of racism, they don't like that. But you letting these women up in here put paws on each other like I'm watching an episode of Mob Wives. So I say, let's say, what do y'all think of this, T? Is it like, have y'all grown irritated by all the drama and the shenanigans and the cuckoo craziness that was going on with Jersey? It's time for them to rejudge the show and give us a new song to put on, because we're tired of the same old damn track over and over and over and over. It's like a greatest hits of the same old mess. We need to move on from that. And do you agree with Luann, the Countess, who said that it is time for them, like, don't chop the girls completely, just bring in some new girls and add on? Because I have to say, Jen Fessler, Fuda, and Cabral, adding them to the show, they fit right in. And if y'all could do a casting similar to that and assert more girls that kind of are just firecrackers in that way, just like they are, and just mix them in with some of the other cast members, I feel like you'll have a good damn show. But yeah, it just feels like it's just been a lot of fake, overproduced storylines, a lot of drama, a lot of people ain't being their authentic selves. And I'm sorry, Gia, you out here trying to roll with like in the words of Kim D, you want to roll with the big boys? Or she rolls with the big boys or whatever, like you getting it too. Because you try to, now you asserting yourself in the stuff going on with the show. So let me know what y'all think for this in the comments down below.